411 Live.
Where you can learn about issues that impact us every day. State of world, 411 Live.
Real people, real talk.
Made to help people in our community in every way. Boy or girl, 411 Live.
Hello, I'm Beverly Taylor, and this is the 411 Live. Real people, real talk. We are committed to expanding the conversation about human trafficking, specifically sex trafficking. On our last podcast, we had a conversation with Lamarr Love. He told us about his experience in the sex trade, living with women who made money from sex, and him managing and profiting from that money. I called him a former pimp, but the term pimp is now used synonymously with sex trafficker. And based on the description that Mr. Love gave, and I can only go by what he said, that description did not rise to the level of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking involves the threat or use of force, fraud, or coercion. Now, if you missed part one, you may want to go back and listen to it because it was quite interesting. In part two, Mr. Love talks about the reason he got out of the sex trade, what he's now doing in the community, and his thoughts about sex trafficking. Listen in.
You were talking about, when you were a part of it, it was 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 70s.
70s?
Yeah, 70s,
okay.
yeah.
You got in trouble,
yes.
Robbery, went to prison.
Yes.
21 years?
21 years. No, but that was the latter. That was I was out of that part of the game.
Right. You were out of the game.
Yeah.
Tell me, when we talked earlier, tell me again why you got out.
I had a moral conscience. Like I had a baby. I had a female baby. I had a girl baby. My baby girl was she was born to her. My wife. She was born at that point, and it changed my whole look. It changed my whole attitude about not having a problem with sending the girl to work to do whatever it is that she did. I had a moral conscience, kind of like
sending her off for sex.
Yeah, right. Whatever she
in
did
the sex trade.
Yeah, in the sex trade. I had a moral moral breakdown. I was between us or the camera, men that are involved in various nefarious activities have to have a certain kind of edge. When you lose your edge, you ain't no good at that no more. So you can't do that. I lost my edge because I felt sorry for any females because I had a female baby. And
so now you're looking, because you have a female, you're looking at this girl and you're saying, no way. I do not want her in the sex trade.
Right, correct. I don't want nobody to do to my baby. But this woman
over here is somebody's baby too.
Yeah, absolutely. At that point in time, it's like the light came on. That is somebody's baby. She's somebody's baby. Whoa. What have I been doing? I can't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. The light came on, I was through. And, you can ask, well, I don't know, there's people in the street that would tell you, I just quit. I stopped, I stopped and it turned into other situations.
And that's led to the robbery and getting caught and spending the
No, it led
time?
To dope.
Okay.
What led to drugs. I led to drugs. I became, like I sold drugs. I ended up selling dope. I sold dope. I sold, I'm still a hustler. Like today, you understand, like I'm selling cookies.
Okay, so we're going to move it forward. So you had a daughter, you had a change of heart.
Yeah, right. It was a moral decision.
A moral decision.
Yes.
You started drugs, and then it wasn't robbery that got you in the...
No, drugs.
It was drugs that got the 21 years?
Yes,
You spent
drugs.
21 years.
I spent 21 years. I ended up I had a 300-month sentence, and I did 21 years on 30. I mean, I did 21 years on 25.
Wow. You got out when?
2014.
Now
I went in 1993. I got out in 2014.
The world's changed.
Totally. All my friends are gone. My family, my mom is gone. My dad is gone. My daughter is gone. My little brother's gone. All my friends, and the majority of my friends are gone. the people that I knew that participated in the game, as it may have been called, they're gone. A majority of them are gone or in bad shape, physically, emotionally, psychologically. They're stretched out on dope. They can't get themselves together,
How did Milwaukee become the Harvard School of Pimps, sir?
Well, believe this. This is a true story. This is not believe it or not. This is a true story. Milwaukee had some of the elite pimps or hustlers come out of this city. They have people that have been recognized nationally, internationally, from Milwaukee, and it's kind of like in the fabric of the city. It's part of the DNA of the city. You have guys that came here early on. Iceberg Slim, he came here. He wrote his book, part of the book, the Pimp, the Story of My Life. It was chapters, numerous chapters in the book. You understand? They talked about Milwaukee, the Wisconsin house, the various females that ran, like say the madams from Milwaukee, Johnny May and Miss Margaret and Miss Marie, Tina, all these legends in the game. Satin Doll, you talk about these were legends, community icons, and they allowed this to develop. This was a training ground.
So, and this started 60s?
Oh, in the 50s, the 40s, the 40s, okay. The 40s. This is something that was before my time, 50 years before my time, for that matter. These are things that happened that were inset, that were kind of like ingrained. Milwaukee was a very, very prominent city. That, like say, the infrastructure of the city was very prominent. You had Alice Chalmers, A.O. Smith, the breweries. You had a large Briggs and Stratton. You had a industrial hub here in Milwaukee, which meant that there was a lot of money that was being made here. You had the downtown area, just like a plethora of incentive for people to participate in the sex trade here in Milwaukee, and this is what happened. And in the process, they bred, like I said, it was in the DNA, it was in the fiber. It's like they bred other pimps. You got other people, like a lot of times I mentioned to you before, like people mention, think about men influencing the women to participate in the sex trade. No, it's more women that turned out more women than any man, because men don't know how to turn tricks. Men don't know about how to do what they do. So it has to take a woman to tell a woman how to go get that money. I've heard it on a number of occasions. Go tell that guy, go get that girl, bring that girl home. Let mama teach her how to do what she's supposed to do. How many times have you heard that? So this is real talk,
right?
Real talk. So it's what it is,
right?
And it's still happening because you still got remnants of those of that DNA strand. You still got people that are dedicated, loyal. They might be in bad shape, but they still got the game. They still understand how that thing plays out. And so they still give it to the youngsters. They give it to the shawties. They give it to the kids.
Tell me about the ball.
It happens in various parts of the country. You might be in California, you might be in New York, might be in Chicago, quite regularly in Chicago because of Don Juan, the Bishop Don Juan. He's I guess I don't know if he copywrote it, or he got a patent on it or something where can't nobody else have a real pimp ball in the country but him. So he'll invite, like say the various participants from all over the country.
Did you go to one?
I used to go regular. I used to go regular. How do you not go to a pimp ball and you're in that life?
So this is like a convention for pimps.
Oh, it's a convention for hustlers. It's a hustlers convention. It's people do pimping is just like a side. You do that because you like women.
And when you hear about sex trafficking now,
the state of sex trafficking now at this point is it's a joke. People at the level that we were on, that we started out in survival mode, It's not that anymore. It's really a game. Like girls go out on the street now. They have problems now at this point. They have like I mentioned to you earlier. They have mental health problems. They have substance abuse problems. There's no nobody in the sex trade at this point on the street level are having any fun. The people that may be having fun, are the human traffickers, are the ones that own the massage parlors, are the strip club owners and what have you. These are the guys that are having fun with the human trafficking or the sex trade at this point in time, not the guys in the street. The guys in the street, they have to contend with, here they got a woman that's got a substance abuse problem. So if she turns a $10 trick, she's going right to get her a blow or going to get her something to satisfy her chemical dependency. So where's his bread at? Where's he getting money from? He's got to go get a bag, some dope in order for him to exchange goods for services from his woman.
You sound like you feel sorry for
I feel sorry for the whole
trafficker.
I feel sorry for the whole industry. I feel sorry for the whole industry because it's that deplorable at this point. It's a sad state of affairs. Not like I say for the women. Women nowadays, you got women that have say they didn't ran away from home. They've been on the streets since they were 15 years old. So they've been doing everything that they can possibly do to survive. They've been being taken advantage of as kids, as babies. So now by the time she's 18, 19 years old, she's a seasoned whore. She knows exactly what to do, everything that she needs to do to enhance a sexual fantasy in a man in order for her to get her some money. That's her survival. But she's a victim of child abuse. She's a victim of pedophilia. She's a victim of homelessness. She's a victim of the despair or the trauma that she's been subjected to for that period of time in her life. She's a victim. You can't be happy about that. You got another woman that's been sexually abused since she was 8, 9, 10 years old. She's in the street. So she's out in the street trying to get her something to get high off so she can self-medicate in order for her to get over the trauma that she's been experiencing. That's not a happy situation. So who is her man? What he's not a good, he's not doing no extreme pimping. He can't do it. It's not there. It's not available for him. So these are the incidents that are taking place at this point in time in them streets. How can they possibly put a broad stroke on human trafficking? How can they say that that's human trafficking? That's not human trafficking. That's somebody suffering from, let's say, mental health, substance abuse, child abuse, the trauma that's been associated, not just single incidents, layered trauma, years and years and years and years of traumatic experiences. Like I say, them kids is out there, they living from couch to couch. Some of them are taking baths or taking showers, taking wash-ups in the garage, in the filling stations and what have you. But then when they come out the filling station, at the bathroom at the filling station, they hungry. So they got to go and steal something. They got to sell their body. They got to do what they got to do, male and female. So these things right here, that's not a happy situation. That's not a situation that the society can be happy about.
What can society do? What can we do?
You can it's a matter of outreach. See, a lot of these kids, you don't even, like, people don't ever see them. They run in packs, but don't nobody see them. They're almost invisible until you happen to be at the filling station and you're trying to go in the restroom, and then there's 4 or 5 of them standing around the door. Then you engage them, you talk to them. It's about outreach, reaching and getting, man, what's happening? What y'all doing? How's this going, man? Look, a girlfriend in there, man, it's like that. But when you have a relationship with them, the relationship is almost where the ones that are from the streets, they recognize the ones that are from the streets. I'm a street guy. I come off the block. I'm a neighborhood guy. So I can engage them. I can talk to them. I can ask them, what's happening with y'all? What y'all doing? Say, man, can you give us, man, we hungry, man, can you feed us? Come on, let me get y'all something to eat. So during the feeding process or me just looking out, I can engage it, man. What's happening? How you getting the situation that you're in? Man, my mama put me out, man. Like say she pregnant, this, that, and the third. However, whatever the situations might be, it's a matter of society not being able to reach these guys, not being able to reach these kids, not being able to reach the women. These women, like I say, it ain't very many pimps out there. Like I say, you might find some, in the major cities or what have you, where they incidents of human trafficking, where this baby, 13, 14, 15-year-old baby is hungry. Here's a guy with no moral consciousness. He's got a bigger and better deal for the baby that's in the street. Like in this era, it's not about just, you just pimping, you just having girls. It's about, I could say the sex industry. It's about sex trades. You talk about movies, pornography, institutions, the bunny farm, places where you can go and, practice your trade. That's what's exchanged at the pimp balls, at the conventions. Just talk about, like say how well you did or how many whores you got. You talk about the things that you can do to enhance your business, just like any other convention. It's not like, you can't go to a gaming convention and not talk about video games and not talk about joysticks. You can't do that.
So now that you are, you went to prison, you're out, mindset, you have an organization you call Vessels of God.
Yes.
Since you chose that name, I'm thinking
Yes.
that you are a born again Christian or no?
No. It's like say, it depicts the fact that we're all vessels of God. We all contain the, like say, the blessing of our Lord within us. We all carry our Lord with us. We are the vessel. And so that's hence the name Vessels of God. We all carry it. So it's a matter of us bringing, not so much just preaching the word. We got to be the word. We have to walk as the word. We have to carry it. We are the vessel, so we have to carry it as a vessel, and that's hence the name Vessels of God. It's not like we, preaching standing up there on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, we carry the word. We take it where it's at. And one of the reasons why I feel we're going to be as successful as we would like to be is because we take it where it's needed. We take it to the streets. We take it in the alley. We take it to the playground. We take it to the park. We take it to the places where normal people don't go.
Well, as a vessel of God, I would think that the stuff that you're hearing about the sex trade and the victims and this would be disturbing to you.
Very much so. Like I say, I'm a SACIT at this point, substance abuse counselor in training. And through my training, at this point, I'm doing an internship. I've learned so much about the trauma, about the problems, the reason why a lot of people do a lot of things. And I do assessments, I do interviews, I talk to people about, well, why do you act like this, or why are you carrying it, or why are you dealing with the situation as it may be. And it stems from things that may have happened, circumstances that may have happened many, many years ago. Like I say, I talked to a young lady a couple of days ago who had been being sexually assaulted by her uncle and her cousins for many years. She's 25, 26 years old at this point. She's been being sexually assaulted for 20 years. So it has driven her to, she's she's alcoholic and got a chemical dependency. She likes heroin. So this is, she says she self-medicates with the heroin, but she has to get drunk every day to get up and go and to do something in order for her to get to heroin to take away the pain. Wow. So this is why it's so important for me to be out here. This is why, like you say, it's so disturbing. This is why I'm on the program. This is why I come and talk to you about, okay, I got a history, ain't no doubt about it. Everybody in the town know I got a history. But the fact of the matter is that I would like for my story to be like a testament to the Lord's testament. That if he can change, or if he can make a difference, or he can change his routine or his attitude, anybody can do it, believe me. Like I was that kind of a guy, And if I can change, yeah, anybody can change. There's help for everybody. Got to believe in the Lord, believe in yourself. Have confidence in the people that are around you. Let the people that are around you have confidence in you by showing or doing the things that you're supposed to do. Don't, give the people the confidence they loving on you. You straight for 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden you back in the gutter, because you didn't fell off the wagon. No. That kills the confidence in those that have the confidence in you. So you got to continue on your journey, continue on your mission. I've been home over 5 years, and I'm continuing on my mission. I'm continuing on this here. I'm searching to be successful. I'm searching to be able to give back, to be able to reach and get somebody and let them know what my story was. That's why I go to the streets, because they need to hear them stories. They need to know that, these are like the mother guy says, it's a story of redemption. No, it's not a story of redemption. It's a story of knowing what you got to do, understanding what takes place in the community. You got to reach and get the community, because the community is in so bad a shape it can't get you. You got to go get it.
So you were talking about, sounds like you're talking about mentoring, helping these folks. Is that what Vessels of God is all about?
Yes. Well, we, like I do mentoring. Like I go into the high schools. Like I say, I was transition high schools is kind of like my, I would say my alma mater, because it's in the neighborhood. It's like over on 36 and Lisbon. I grew up right on 23rd and Walnut. So these are like I'm engaged in these kids that in that particular community. So I get a chance to talk to them and tell them about the circumstances of what they're in for the behavior that they're exemplifying. I can talk to them at that level. And then, like I say, one of the key elements of the Vessels of God is the reentry work. Guys coming out of prison, guys that have already been to the penitentiary, young guys that come out. If you look up now, the average age for the penitentiaries or the prisons now, 26, 30, under 30 years old. That's the average age for like a bulging prison population. Yeah. So I get a chance to engage them and try to provide them with the resources and the services that they need in order for them to reintegrate back into society. And again, it's a matter of engaging them. You can, like just one person caring or extending like a look, extending a moment where they can get a chance to get an opportunity to be human, to be real again. They don't want to be back in the penitentiary because they treated like animals in there. So they want to have a chance. So they need a job. They need resources, a home, transitional housing. Let me adjust. Let me make an adjustment. Here's a guy been in prison for 10 years. He ain't 30 years old, but he been in jail for 10 years. So that means he went before he was 18.
Right. If there's somebody who recently got out of incarceration and say, that's me, I would like to get in touch with you.
Yes.
Is there a way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a way. No doubt. Like I'm at the Wilfred Sanders Enterprise Building at 2821 North 4th Street, or it's North Val Phillips Avenue at this point. I'm in Suite 100, the Vessels of God. You can come in, call. The office telephone number is area code 414-323-4524. You can call me. Like I'm in there every day, other than the days. I'm in there early in the day, but then other parts of the day I'm out baking. I'm baking cookies. I do. I bake. I'm a baker. That was one of the skills that I picked up while I was away. That's something that I would advise guys to do. If you're in a situation where you have a mindset, a mindset to want to do better, and you have a skill set that you can utilize, get in touch with me. There's people that will help you take advantage or to develop your skill set where you have a chance to do better. And, that's what it's all about,
Mr. Lamarr Love, thank you.
You're very welcome.
You've been enlightening.
And listen, y'all just got the tip of the iceberg. I got some more for you.
I can tell.
Believe me. Yeah.
We thank Lamarr Love for joining us and being so open and transparent. And we thank you for joining us as we try to expand the discussion on sex trafficking from different perspectives. The 411 Live is a nonprofit organization. We have a big project in store, but we need help getting there. So if you are so inclined, please go to the 411live.org website and donate. Show your support. Also, while you're there, if you have suggestions about future podcasts, we want to hear from you. Your questions, your comments, we welcome them as well. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We are there, and we hope you enjoyed what you saw. Until next time, I'm Beverly Taylor. This is the 411 Live. Real people, real talk.